So September 21st, Tuesday. So yesterday we got the correction, or the first part of the correction. Big red day, as expected, since I was saying this since the top. So we got this trend line from the 2017 to the peak of this year that we created trend line, 1 point, 2 points, and then we got the first red candle after all this big move up, and then it was the sign that then the months after, even if we went up from here and we got the buy, we didn't pass the top, and then we got a big dump. Everyone was bullish here, many people bought here. So it's euphoria, fear, euphoria, fear. You sell on euphoria, you buy on fear. We came back down, test the support, it's this candle close, we have this candle close, everything on the monthly. So as expected, so we hold this support 3 times, we went up, start to get red, we went above the moving average. These 2 candles closed above, so it was a sign to go up. But then, with this candle, everyone got bullish. Everyone was already saying 300,000, 100,000, 90,000, all-time highs. Euphoria, and we have the trend line that come from here with this wick that I drawn, as always, and we rejected mathematically from there and got many people by surprise, not me and not the people I know that I warned everyone about this for a while. So now we are red, we are still holding support here. We got a week. If we close the month below this one, it's bad, and we might come down. If we hold above this area, we still can go up, put everyone bullish again, create euphoria, maybe come here to this area, and we maybe even start to go above this top, everyone bullish again, and then we come another flush down. Of course, maybe we don't pass the 46 area, and we don't pass this area here, which is this candle close, and we can just reject there and we come down. Everything is possible. If we start closing above the all-time high, we can go higher. Until there, this is just a lower high, a high, lower high. We are trying to do a higher high, higher low, and then a lower high, and let's see what we do. So remember, prior Bitcoin 2017, remember when we got to the top, we went down, we went up, down, we got a big buy move, but we didn't manage. Here everyone was bullish, saying that we go after the 20K. Suddenly we didn't pass, and we came down, everyone bullish, always on top of the moving average here. We still didn't touch this white one, which is important, and something like this can happen. So, but we need to pass the whole time high. So something like this can happen, consolidation. When we went up also from 3K here, only with green candles, suddenly we didn't pass, and suddenly we start to roll down until we came back down to the meme. We had this trend line here that when finally we managed with these 2 candles, closed above this one, and then we closed above this one, but especially here, we got 1 month, 2 months. On the 3rd month that we hold this trend line, we got the bull run. And now we created a new trend line because this area here was not tested, because this candle didn't come to test the support. These are all areas of value because Bitcoin, there's a cycle that takes a while to play out, but we will come back down to test the stronger supports and then reassess what we do on these areas, or even lower. Nobody knows how low can we go. Nobody knows how high can we go. We need to buy supports and sell resistance. So indicators are pointing down on the monthly here on the RSI. There's no volume here. So we are consolidating, and we might come to this area, but then we need to hold basically this area to put everyone bullish again, and then let's see if we have enough strength to go up. I don't believe. I think we will create euphoria and then come back down, or we don't pass the 46 and we come back down. Okay, so this is the monthly. I do everything on the monthly, of course. It's much safer and doesn't fail. I create the trend lines on the monthly. As we see, the trend line we rejected. Everyone here was calling for the moon. We rejected. and then we hold the 21 here that normally, like here, we normally hold, but because we are so further up on top and the indicators, we went so high, we got the support, everyone bullish again, but this candle here, this one went up, still green, but rejected and makes the lower high here and roll down. So we have all these supports here for a crash down, but we can come here, and be here for a few weeks, a few months still. If we start closing above here, we can still go higher. If we don't pass, especially this one here, the 50K, and we don't pass this 53, forget it because we don't go higher. Only if we start closing above 53, we can go to 58, and maybe on 58 everyone will call the moon and maybe we come back down. Or we don't pass now, the resistance is here on 46. Let's see if we manage to close above 46. I think we might do it to create euphoria again, and then we roll down again. That's what I think, but if we go higher, 53, I can buy again and put a stop loss below. Everyone can use also this area here because we got a good buy here. Use this as risk management, stop loss, and then remember indicator is still on the weekly above the 50 on the RSI, so it's still possible. It's pointing down, but can hold. We don't know if it will hold. Remember, if you're an investor, you need to buy when it's on the 30s, here on below. We are still quite above. We can still pump a little bit, or we can just roll here and then come back down and crash. Nobody knows. Remember, this is the areas of support on the monthly, on the weekly, this moving average. Remember that this is where you buy, where the price crashes like this. Come down, go up, but never go up higher. Come down. Everyone try to, this one go a little bit higher. Everyone calling for the moon, and then we crash. Something like this can happen. We go high, can roll, be a little bit here, suddenly start to go higher, even closing above 53, and then we roll down. If it goes higher, it goes higher. So, but if you're a trader, this is not an investment area. This is a swing trade and trade area. This is the stop loss area, and you can trade using this as a base. If it goes below, you're out of the trade. And then, as you see, trend lines, 1 point here, 2 points, and we are bouncing mathematically from here. And we have these two moving average, the 200 and 100 simple, 200 exponential. We can just now consolidate here to see if we go here, or there. I don't see we will go higher than this, but everything is possible. We might just come to the 46 area because we break the market structure on the daily because we close below these areas. We are already below that area market structure, and we did a lower low compared with this area. So this is bearish, but we can still push higher. Remember, indicator on the daily, we still can go below, but we can bounce, but it's below the 30 here that you make the big moves on the daily time frame. So, and we still have other areas, but let's see if this holds. You can use this as your stop loss. If it comes down, you buy, see if this holds, and then maybe you can have a push higher. And while this happens, remember, coins like these are doing already 12%, 2, 3, Ethereum 3. So just remember that. We will close the day tomorrow. Let's see how it closes. If it closes below here or even above here to put everyone bullish, we can still consolidate after and then see if the bulls defend this area to try to push at least to 46 or to here or to here or even higher to create. Also here we got this trend line. As you see, the price, we crashed from there because we didn't pass this one. So now this one will act as resistance. All these moving averages are acting as resistance. This is the daily, so we can still bounce, but it's still not a hair. You can be patient and wait for it to come quite below the 30. But then on the low time frames, 4 hours, we were already below. Like here, below, we can have pumps. Below the 30, we can have pumps. We can consolidate here, as I said. And then we have all this resistance. This is area to take profits. And yeah, and this is to manage your risk with this one. And then, of course, 1 hour, 5 minutes. So as we see, we were below. We have to release these, go to the tops on 1 hour, 4 hours, and then we can roll down. So this is by areas. As you see, the price still rejecting the moving average consolidation here. We can consolidate here. We already came here to test this area. And the stop loss will be below here, or below here. Everyone does it as they want. And let's see how we consolidate here. Indicators are pointing down up on the low time frames, 1 hour. See, we are already above, trying to go to these areas, to the 46, 47. We can have a pump. Bull volume coming. Buyers are stepping in, even if we come back down here and range a little bit. But if the bulls can defend here, and then they will take profits around here, and that's where the bears will attack in full force, will be around this area here, or even in this area here. Let's see if they defend. Otherwise, they can come here. And if the bulls can push higher, have put everyone bullish, and we can even come to the 50s and then maybe come back down. So let's see what will happen. This is, you can buy this dip and put the stop loss below. And this is how it works. And then you have big bounces on other coins. And just use your stop loss, because this is not an investment area. When we start coming down on Bitcoin, there's always big bounces, many profits, and then, but it will only get bullish if we start closing above 53 to try to go to 58, and then 58 to try, if it closes above 58, and 60 and 64, it can go higher. Until there, it's from here to here, or to here, or even to here. That's the target, and it's still good profit. And then we can roll down over, we can hold here, and then be here for a while in this range. And then after a while, if we come back down to this area again, to the 30s, we will crash. Until there, many opportunities, many trading opportunities, and that's it. And now a bit of stock market. So this is what happened. And we got this gap here, so the price might hold here, and we might close the gap. And then we will have this trend line as a resistance. So for now, as long as we hold this on the stock market, the stop loss can be here. Let's see if it holds to try to go here, here, or here. And then let's see if it goes higher. Any closes above this trend line is bullish. Closes below, this is the area to take profits. Stop loss below here. And then only if we do a higher high compared with this top, it's bullish. Until there, everything under this area, or this area here, is a lower high, and then we can come down to test other areas. Bear volume coming, see the red coming up. This is what happened, and now I'll put the monthly, because it's much more simple to explain this. And look, even in the past, when we got all these big moves up, bounces until we get into a point that suddenly we come down, big move up, double top, crash. And then we went, since 2009, the big crash, which is here. We never came down to test these areas low. We hold always here. And we were in this parabolic move since the COVID. Finally, we broke out of this, and now we start getting red. We can have one candle red, and then we can do something like this, or we can already start to come down to test the supports, which will be here, and then many others, which can be this area, back down. So nobody knows if we have a huge crash or if we hold here, and then many bounces to make profits on the S&P, which is the same as NASDAQ and everything. So very technical, that we also come with this line. We were inside there, we closed below, and now we are rolling over. We have supports here, and then if we close below this one, supports here, here, and then all these areas to come down. So let's see what will happen. We have to come down sooner or later from this because it's been just going up. Even with the COVID, what just this, and we broke it, and we went up very fast. So just remember all these from here up. It's all buying opportunities, dollar cost average down, because nobody knows what can happen. Everything, we are still above support on this trend line here on Dow Jones. That comes from here. So this one is still positive. We are still above. Only when we start closing below, we can go to this one, and then this will act as resistance, and then we can come down to any area. Any of these lines, if we close above, you can use risk management and then use it as your base, and then try to take profits on the way up. Indicators pointing down, as we see here. And yeah, so this is it. Gold, still bad. This is what can happen with Bitcoin. If I take this, go to the top, hold the line, go up, but we never managed to go to another top. And this, remember, we have this from 2011. And then we hold the white line, try to go up. Everyone speaking, if you see the news, everyone speaking that is going to 2,500, 3K. And then back down. And this is what will happen with Bitcoin, something like this or like this. When we reach to the tops, hold the lines, try to go higher, put everyone bullish, even closes a little bit above this, and then when everyone thinks it's going up, it crashes. As soon as it goes below these 3 lines here, this moving average, we crash. Still holding, we came below, we hold above, but it's really looking bad, and this is gold. As long as we hold this is fine, or here, but doesn't look good. We can have bounces, but only when we start closing above here or start above here, it starts to get more bullish. So this is how markets work. I think we will come down here or here or here, or even lower, but I might be wrong, and if this starts to close above here and here, we can go higher. So it's not about what I'm saying, it's what the charts are telling. Looks bad, but you can use your stop loss here and or on the white line on the monthly, and then you can use this to see if, for instance, now we can come here and we can still make profits until here, and if we start closing above here, we can go higher until here, but anything below this is a lower high compared with the top. So until we start to close above here or the whole time high, everything is a lower high. So it doesn't look good because we got this hammer. Now we did a low, higher low. Let's see if the higher low holds, because if we close below here, we do a lower low, all the market structure will be bad, and then we can roll down. So let's see. For now, it's still okay. You can use stop loss here or stop loss here and make bids here to try to sell there. Gold, I can put the VIX. Volatility index. I don't know if this is the best one. Okay, so we went up. Of course, now we got the rejection because we got the buy on the S&P and all the stock market. We got the buy, but we went up. We were like consolidating here for ages. I will put, this is the monthly. So we are doing higher lows here, and we are doing lower highs here. So we are in this range, so it's quite easy to understand. This is a pattern that you can just do something like this. It's more easy even something like this. Easy to understand. Got many points, but this one is strong here. So we went up, we are still green, bullish engulfing compared with this area. We reject, and we are already below this trend line. Of course, we can do it with that dot. So we can move it around a little bit like this. So we can use something like this, or use 2 trend lines, but we are already below. And now we can consolidate, but this was a big move up. As long as we hold this area, anything above here is a higher low. Try to push higher. So let's see what happened on the VIX. So we went up. We were here for ages. I can put the daily. It's more easy to understand. So we went quite high on the VIX, and now we touched the top here, and now we can consolidate again. But we have been doing higher lows from here, trend line, and then we can come, we can do something like, let's see from where. Shit. It's all technical, very simple. Start with this one. We need to see which one is better. No. Because this one here, let's see what we have below. We can use that one. Yeah, something like this. At least I can make various trend lines. Anyway, we went up, and now we are below. And the wicks went up. So big volatility. And if we hold above here, we can push higher, but I think we will just range now to see. But if we keep on doing higher lows here, we can keep, and if we hold this support here, we can keep pushing higher. Okay. I think this helps a lot. Okay. Very simple. Here we are. 1 point, 2 points, and 1 touch to second touch, and we push higher. So technical analysis on its best. And support, it's here. For now, we hold this. And if we start closing above here, we can push higher. Support will be around this range here, but anything above this trend line is a higher low. And let's see if the bulls defend on the VIX. Okay. Just showing a few more stocks. On tops, ARK Investment from Katie Wood. When we reach to the top, this is what happens. Also went up quite high. There was a consolidation here. Suddenly we reach the top, come down, try to go higher, everyone bullish, even with a big candle, but we never close above. And then consolidation, we are below here. And seems like we want to come to test here. It's still holding, but everything points here. And maybe if we do close below this one or to this area here, we might come to test these areas because we went up so fast high, we can consolidate. You can come here, try to push higher, but if we don't pass this trend line and close above here or above there, we don't go anywhere. So that's the thing. Tesla, the same. Tesla still looking quite okay, but we didn't pass this trend line. We are rejecting, and we have this one. We are really in a tight spot to see if we break above that one, close above, come down, test it as support, we can push higher. If we close above, but suddenly the next day or the next week close below, and we didn't hold for a few weeks above as support, it won't work, and it's just a fake out, and then we come down. So remember, Tesla went up. It's super evaluated, so it will be hard to pass this area, but of course we can just make a fake out. But you will come to test this one, and then this one, and we will come to test this area sooner or later. It's a matter of time. Just be patient, because everything that goes like this, and then it doesn't manage to make a whole-time high, it's just creating people FOMOing, but then suddenly we will come back down. Palantir. Tops. We never managed to go there. And we are still green, but rejection, rejection, rejection. So consolidating. But this is how to play this game. Tops. Trend line. 10 cents. Trend line, we never managed. Come to test support. Trend line trying to go higher. We went above. We are already below this area. So this is not, now we have all this as resistance. And seems like we want to come to test any of these areas sooner or later. It's a matter of time. We can go higher, and if we don't pass above this trend line, we will come down. Even if we pump now and come here, even if we close a little bit above, but if we don't hold above, we will come down. Indicators pointing down. Of course, we can have bounces if we hold this. This is where you buy. As a trader, put a stop loss and take profits on the way up. Simple. Alibaba can have bounce. Look at this. We were here, look at on the top. We had this trend line for years that we touch up, come down, touch it again, up, and suddenly you start to get red. Touch it again, but these ones we make higher highs. And now with these ones, we never make higher highs, and everyone was still buying. Suddenly we close above this one, below. This candle tried to close above, didn't manage, and we crash, and now we are coming to this area. This is the support. We have this as support, and this as support. Let's see. I'm seeing this area, and of course, this area here, and even this one. We never know until how deep we can go. So this is China will give good opportunities to make money. Look what's happening. Trend line, we touch it as resistance, and then back down, support, trying to hold here. Everything above here, it's a higher low to try to see if we push higher, but this will be resistance, and we have all these as resistance now. All this top. Let's see if we manage or if we don't pass this area. Remember, indicator is pointing down. And yes, so a little bit like this. It's how markets work. Look, Amazon always, see, we are not passing this area, but Amazon is very strong. But look, this is months already, 1, 2, 3, only this week, close below. Try with this one, green, close below this line here. And now we are red again. Seems like we want to come here, and from here, any place we can crash. Let's see until where we go, because we've been super extended, and it's how everything works. Okay. This is marijuana stocks, the same like Bitcoin. Hold, go up, suddenly go down. We are in this range as long, and we can be months here. People buy the support, put everyone bullish, come down, and then any closes below this yellow line, we will come somewhere down to these areas, because we got all these big moves. Only when we start close above the yellow line with supports holding, we can go higher. This is a range, closes below here and make a lower low. We can come down to somewhere here. Okay, that's it. Go back here, see where we are. Let's see how we close tomorrow. Looking, so the tops are made like this, and only when we start closing above the top, we can go higher. Until there, people will get euphoric if we start to go up, and then we will come back down to test. We are in this range. Closes, if we do a lower low compare with this one, we will come down like Bitcoin always did, because it's like this when we start going up, and then we got the crash. This is just a start, 50%. Bitcoin always crashes 80%. So we never know if we can come to these lines on the monthly. So even 7,000 is okay, because if we do, this is the low. If we hold 3K, this is 4K, 3, 4, we can come to 5 and still make a higher low to 5K somewhere in the future. So everything is possible.